Hi everybody, and in this video I'm going to be talking about how you take care of your audience, because that ultimately is the purpose of why you've built it and why you've engaged it, so that you can take care of their needs, so that they become you become their trusted advisor, confident business partner, product provider, whatever it is. So the first thing that you need to be doing when you are taking care of your audience is, it really is an art and a skill to do this. So by that I mean that you've got to be patient with yourself. When you're first starting, it takes a while to get this right. And you have to do it in order to really become good at it. So expect that you, in the beginning, your results are not going to be that flash or that great, and that's okay. And you need to be okay with that, because really, as you go along, you'll find that you'll get better and better and better. Or like my mentor says, you'll get gooder and gooder and gooder. So one of the main things that I see people kind of like the mistake maybe, or it's a steep learning curve, is to actually put other people's needs above your need. And we all know especially when you're new in network marketing, all you need to do is make a couple of sales, and then things will be so much better. And when you're coming from that place that you need someone, or you need them to do something for you rather than you do something from there, it's a really weak place to come from. So the sooner you can get your head around, or really understand that their needs have to be above your needs. So for instance, what I mean by that is, say for instance they don't need your product, then you need to be okay with that. And sometimes it's really, really hard. And I've seen people on in Messenger, can you please help me buy some product from me? It's almost like begging people, which, we all know that it's a sign of weakness when you actually have to beg somebody, because then you're not actually fulfilling their need, you're fulfilling your need. And also then the other thing is patience. So you really need to be so patient when you're building an audience, because unfortunately it just takes time. But if you can put the time in and the patience, in a year's time, you'll be so much further than if you were going from this system to that system, trying this, trying that, trying the next thing. You've got to pick something and you've got to be consistent. And even though you're not getting the results that you're really looking for, you've just got to keep moving forward and keep building your audience and keep wanting to take care of them. So how do you bring up the business? So something more that I wanted to say about that. Oops, I always do it the wrong way around. Okay, so it's almost counterintuitive then for when you bring up your business, because you have to be listening to what their needs are. And it's not about, I think it was Todd Falcone that told me this. He goes, you see new people and it's like you having a conversation and you kind of like just waiting and waiting and waiting, so that you've got a chance to throw it in there about your products. And it's almost that that kind of like kills the whole conversation. So it's very counterintuitive when to bring up your business, because when you bring up your business is when that other person is ready to talk about your business. And that might be right in that conversation, the very first conversation, or it might be a month, 2 months, or even a year down the track. You've just got to be patient. So there isn't a magic time to bring up the business, but if you are listening to that person and if you are trying to fulfill their needs above yours, it will just come naturally. So another thing is how to bring up your products in your posting. And I think you're going to have different views on this. So this is what works for me. because there's a lot of reasons behind that, right? The number one thing, if you are posting all about your products every day, all day on your wall, people get blinded to it. They also will, if they know that you with that product, they'll go, and there's almost like a resistance to buying from a rep. So you want them to ask you about the products rather than if you, you know, are posting about it directly or leaving a link. Now, people do that all the time on Facebook. I'm not here to say that it's wrong. I'm just saying that I think that you'll go a lot further if you had posts where you just posted curiosity posts. And basically a curiosity post is where you are talking about the benefits of the benefit. So in other words, if it's a weight loss product, you will talk about the basics. You'll talk about how easy it is for you to be using this product, rather than saying, because people don't want to lose weight, people want to feel good about themselves. So when it comes to weight loss products, you want to talk about that. You want to talk about how wonderful you are feeling now that you've lost the weight, not the shake and what it tastes like and all of that. People could care less. A lot of people will chug down the worst tasting shake if they know that they're going to get the results that you are showing them that they can get. So talk about that rather than the ins and outs, that it's made from this, I don't know, fairy dust that comes down from the moon, and they put it into this vessel and it's wonderfully transpired into the stuff, and it just makes the fat melt off you. People really care less, even though they say that that's what they're interested in. People really don't care. They want that result. So talk about the results and the benefits that they're getting from it. If it is, say, a wellness product, you want you want to let them know how they're going to how it's going to make them feel after they've taken the product. When it comes to wellness things, sometimes there's a little bit about whether it's a natural product versus a not natural product. If it is, then you can talk about, well, what does it really mean if it's a natural product? So you won't have any other side effects, say, for instance, or it won't be harming the environment, rather than just saying that it's a natural product. And then story posts. Now, story posts are fantastic, and they are really very powerful. And basically, there's a structure to a story post. It is the way you were before. Then it is the way your struggle or how you try different things to get to the result that you wanted to. And then the third part of a story post is what happened when you found it and how you felt afterwards. Really just those 3 steps. So it is what you were struggling with, your struggle to find a solution, and what happened after you found the solution. And they are really, really powerful, especially on Facebook, because people can relate to your journey. And if you've done your avatar really well, right in the beginning, in the very first step in the blueprint, you will know the kinds of struggles that your avatar is having, and you will speak directly to them, and they will feel compelled to respond to your story post. And the final thing is closing. Now, we all hate this word or shy away from the word closing because it's all salesy, and we're not in sales. We share our products, and I get that, but at the end of the day, you have to do a close, or you have to ask for the business. Otherwise, you are going to stay broke. One of the key things is that the closing or the end of the sale really begins right in the beginning. And you have to be so present when you are interacting with people on Facebook. That's why one of the most crucial things that I don't sometimes get or doesn't make no sense to me is when people don't look at someone's profile and then expect that they're going to make a sale in Messenger, because you haven't done the groundwork that you actually need to make sure that you are taking care of them, and you take care of them to make sure that they have all their questions have been answered about the product, that you have established the need, right, and then you have offered them whatever your solution is, and made sure that they understand everything around that, that all the information that they need. And that's another key distinction, is sometimes we talk too much, and sometimes we've just got to shut up and not offer any information that that person doesn't need. So if you kind of like find yourself when you're interacting with someone that you are talking more than them, or you are giving more information than that what they are asking for, just catch yourself and stop, because the problem is you might be creating more doubt in my mind or make me worry that I'm making the wrong decision when you start offering information that I didn't want as a prospect, right? So really answer their questions, because if you start answering questions or offering information that they're not asking for, it also shows that you really haven't been very present with them, because you are giving them information based on what you believe they should be having. And once you've done that, I think a key kind of like closing question is, and it's very simple, is have you got any more questions? And if the person has got more questions, you clarify and the questions for them, and you answer the question. And then you say, oh, awesome, that was a great question. Have you got any more? And when they say they don't have any more questions, that's when you can say to them, okay, so here are the options, and then just give them all the options, and then ask them, very important, ask them what option is better for them. So I think that closing or getting to the sale is something that you also have to practice. And when you are actually doing it from this perspective that you are actually helping them, or you're asking them clarifying questions to make sure that they've actually been able to decide for themselves, it doesn't become uncomfortable for you. So I hope that was helpful. I know that was helpful for you. If you have any questions or you'd like to connect with me, here is my Facebook URL. I'm also the admin of this group, so you should know where to get hold of me. I'm happy to answer any questions, and thanks very much, and I'll see you on the next one. Just